dress. It looks like an umbrella, but when you wear it, it becomes an upside-down umbrella. When it rains and you have no umbrella, you can flip it and walk home. Not only that, if your crush has no umbrella, he can carry you and walk home together. Later, she bought a snake dress. When she wears it, she looks like a giant python. When she takes a taxi, because the tail is too long, she has to place it in the front seat and ask the driver to buckle the tail. Getting out of the car is also very hard. She has to crawl out like a real snake. Finally, she bought a pair of special high heels. They make her very tall. They can store snacks and drinks inside, so you will not get hungry while walking. Would you buy these special products? Later, she bought a bed that you can wear, because she thinks when she gets tired, she can lie down and rest anytime. Not only that, if she sees a guy she likes on the street, she can hug him directly on the bed. And when she rides a bike wearing this dress, it turns into a moving camper. Next is a table dress. When she puts it on, she is basically wearing a dining table. You can put food on it, and also many other things. When she lowers her head, the dress instantly becomes a table. To match the dress, she also bought a pair of giant shoes. These shoes are not only stylish, they can also hold many things, like snacks, fruits, even cosmetics. Of course, if your feet sweat a lot, do not waste it, just drink it. Besides dresses, she also bought a very smart toilet. It is incredibly intelligent. As long as you call its name, it will come to you automatically, so you can use the bathroom anytime anywhere. Not only that, the toilet also has a drying function. If you do not have toilet paper, you can dry yourself directly. Besides cold air, it can also blow warm air. On top of that, this toilet can search for you automatically. If you suddenly have diarrhea outside and cannot find a bathroom, do not worry. Just press the button. The toilet will come find you by itself, so you can go anytime anywhere. Whenever you need to go, you just go. The amazing part is, there is a hidden guitar inside the toilet, so you can play guitar while using it. Later on her birthday, her friend gave her a cute puppy cake. At first, she felt confused why the sparkler was placed in such a strange spot, but after she made her wish, she finally understood why the dog was standing like that. A stream of dark brown liquid started to flow out. She almost threw up. Her friend grabbed her hand, dipped it into the sauce, and quickly pushed it into her mouth. But she soon realized it was just chocolate, and it actually tasted pretty good. She could only keep eating while holding back her disgust. Later, she gave her friend a cake too, but then they realized the color could not be washed off at all. Her friend felt extremely embarrassed, so she tried to sneak away, but when others saw her face. Next, this girl also bought some crazy dresses. First is a bed you can wear, no matter where you are. If you get tired, you can lie down and rest anytime. When you travel wearing this dress, you do not even need to book a hotel. Just lie down on the ground anytime, and it becomes your own room. Later, she bought a folding dress. When you feel very socially anxious, just pull the cover over yourself, and no one can see you. Not only that, when you meet someone you do not like, you can just refuse them directly. And if you meet your crush, you can pull him into the dress and create a private space for two. Later, she bought a peacock dress. When you lower the tail, it looks like a normal dress, but if you meet someone you like, you can open it up like a peacock on the spot. Do you want dresses this crazy too? Then this guy bought some cheap products on Temu. He first bought a pair of socks, but when the package arrived, he realized the two socks were completely different sizes, and that was not the only problem. After he took the socks off, they seemed to melt onto his feet. The man was left completely speechless. He then bought another pair of red socks, but these socks bled color badly. It made his home look like a crime scene, and the colored socks directly dyed the bottom of his feet. Still, he refused to give up. He spent $1 on a pair of pants. They looked perfectly normal when he put them on, but when he touched them, his hands suddenly turned black. When he lifted the pants to check, his legs had also turned completely black. Later, he bought an electric shaver. It looked pretty good on the outside, but when he turned it on, finally he tried a calculator. But when he calculated 1 plus 1, the answer was 3. Next, this guy bought many surprise packages for his mom. First was a wall-climbing electric cockroach. Next was a pair of fly earrings. When mom put them on, she looked completely speechless. Next was a flipping monkey toy. Then, he bought his mom several nice-looking glasses. Next was a water gun. He asked his mom to aim at him. Mom got very angry and wanted him to experience it too. Last was a set of electric fake teeth. Mom thought the prank was over, but the next day, her son bought many more packages. First was a toy excavator. Next Next was another cockroach toy.
这是来。
Now mom could not take it anymore. She drove the excavator and wanted to crush all the packages. Then this girl bought a lot of giant makeup products because she realized makeup always runs out too fast. So, she decided to just buy oversized ones. Her makeup style is very unique. She even does makeup on the camera. Next, it is time for the base makeup. The small foundation runs out instantly, so she switches to a bigger one. But when setting the makeup, she still feels the puff is too small, so she changes to an even bigger one. Finally, it is time for the eye makeup. Her eyeliner technique is also very unusual. Not long after the makeup is finished, what do you think of her look? And the next girl bought many weird beauty products. First was a lip plumper. You just stick it on your lips and get perfect pouty lips. The girl tried it immediately, but when she took it off, her lips were swollen like two sausages. She was totally shocked. When she put on lipstick, it looked even worse. Even her cat stayed away. Next, she bought a chili lip balm. As soon as she applied it, she felt a sharp sting. Soon, her lips became red and swollen. They even turned dark. Later, she bought some lazy makeup products. First was a fully automatic puff machine, but it did nothing. Next was an eyebrow stamp, but after using it, finally she tried a lazy lipstick. She gave it a go. After all this, she felt like a clown. Later, she bought a lower lash stamp, but after stamping it, she gave up completely. Finally, she tried a freckle spray, but next, this girl really likes buying strange things online, but everything turns into a fail. First is a lip plumper. She cannot wait to try it, but after taking it off,
我的性感嘟嘟唇。
her lips swell up badly. They look like she got stung by a bee. Later, she buys an anti-snoring device. After putting it on, she cannot take it off. She tries to drink milk tea, but it all leaks out. She eats instant noodles, but the moment it goes in, everything falls out. The girl starts to panic. She tries heating it with a hairdryer, but it still will not come off. So she rushes to the hospital, but falls asleep on the way, and even starts snoring. Looks like the anti-snoring device does not work at all. Later, she buys a foot-shaped phone case, but when she answers a call, the foot hits someone in the face. Then, she tries to pick her nose with the toes, but it gets stuck inside her nose. Then this guy bought a lot of weird cups. Grandpa asked him to pour cola, but the cup was only half. Grandpa was speechless. He told him to get a complete cup, but it turned out, it was an upside-down glass, and it was a bit hard to drink from. Next, there was a thumbs-up shaped cup, but when Grandpa tried it, the cup seemed to like his nose. The next cup looked normal, but when Grandpa poured water into it, finally, there was a completely normal cup. It just had the words "I am" on it, and when Grandpa tried it, next was a coffee cup. It looked like a mini washing machine, but after adding coffee and water, a cup of coffee was ready. Lastly, there was a pigeon-shaped thing. Grandpa thought it was a cup, but actually, it was an automatic soap dispenser. Next, this man regretted letting his friend renovate his house. Look, he tried to open the front door, but the door just will not open. After he gets inside, he wants to turn on the fan, but instead, the TV starts spinning. He is very confused, so how is he supposed to watch TV? Then he walks into the kitchen. He wants to wash his hands, but when he turns on the faucet, the real faucet is actually on the gas stove. Then they go to the bathroom. He is shocked to find there is a range hood above the toilet, and when his friend turns on the switch, it turns out this is actually a second kitchen, and the real bathroom is on the ceiling. Finally, he wants to check the circuit breaker, but he switches it on and off, and nothing happens. His friend does not believe it, so he keeps flipping the switch, but they do not realize the breaker is connected to another building. Then this girl visited her friend's house for the first time. To keep dust away, her friend spread glue on the carpet. This makes her feel uneasy. Her friend opens the shoe cabinet and asks her to put her shoes inside, but there is a bad smell in the cabinet. Then she tries to open the curtains, but she does not know how. It turns out the curtains are controlled by a remote, but the speed is very slow. She looks annoyed and says she can pull them faster herself. Next, she struggles to squeeze through a small door, but her friend says it is just decoration. The door can be opened normally. This leaves her speechless. Behind the door is the room she will stay in tonight, but something feels strange. The walls of the room are mirrors, and the bed is folded into the cabinet. That night while she is sleeping, a sudden scream comes from the room. Her friend rushes over to check and finds that she is trapped inside the bed. And the next girl practiced ballet for 3 years, but her movements were completely different from everyone else, so her teammates decided to help train her. First was the splits, but she could not go down at all, so her teammates stepped in to help. Next was leg training. She had to hold one position for 10 minutes. However, she could not even last 1 second. After she finished practicing, her legs completely lost feeling. The funniest part was the lift practice. When her partner lifted her up, she could not hold it in. Then came synchronized training, but she could not even reach the bar. So, her teammates lowered the height for her, and everyone started looking very strange. Finally was spinning practice. After spinning dozens of times, she almost threw up on the spot. Later, the girl gave up ballet and went to learn an easier dance. She just needed to put on makeup and stand on a balance ball and sway side to side. At first, she did it very well.